I lived in Craigan, as high up as you could get. So we walked down, and after about 5 minutes walking, we made up with another couple of girls. So every kind of state that you went past, you met ones that worked or worked in the vicinity, and you all walked down together. Nobody busted anywhere. So there could have been maybe a dozen of yous in a row walking down, all linked on to one another.
From its earliest days, Derry's shirt industry faced stiff competition from the rest of the UK and Europe. William Tilley brought the first sewing machines to Derry in the 1850s, and it was this move that brought about the rapid replacement of shirt making from the country kitchen to the factory floor. It was out with the old and in with the new.
Left school at 15, and like everybody else in those days, you left school 1 week and you started work the next week.
If you were lucky enough, you got somebody to train you on a particular job, but you always had an aunt, and I had 3 sisters there before me, so they were training me before I went in, for weeks, how to work the sewing machine.
Well, I can only speak for the Star, and the Star was absolutely brilliant. I mean, we went in the parlour for a smoke, and the parlour was going on and turned the bucket upside down and sitting on it. And I remember one particular time the boss brought his wife in to see us, and I said, "Do you smoke?" And she says, "Yes." And I said, "Would you like to go in the parlour for a smoke?" And she says, "Aye." So she thought she was going in to comfortable seats, but she went in and I turned the bucket upside down and said, "Dear, sit there."
The First World War brought about lucrative uniform contracts, bringing Derry to new industrial heights, earning the workers of the city a mention in Karl Marx's Das Kapital. Shirt making in Derry reached its peak in the 1920s, when the shirt factories, together with their associated outworkers, employed over 18,000 people. Ulster became not only principal shirt supplier of the UK, but also of Europe and the British colonies.
Well, Derry had a great reputation for turning out brilliant shirts. Their shirts went all over the world, and it's so sad now when you look around our city and only see 1 or 2 shirt factories.
I used to fold the shirts as well. So do you write your name and address, on the cardboard that the shirt comes on, and hoping you'd get a pen pal? We must have done that for, about 6 months. We were all caught at it. But 2 girls actually got pen pals, a friend of mine's, and she ended up marrying him, an English fella. He opened the shirt, his mammy must have bought him for Christmas, I think, and he wrote there, and she went over there for a holiday, and after a few years they married.
We had great fun, and we earned great money. And everything that you earned, it wasn't for yourself, it was to bring home, to hand into the house, because I was one of a big family, and I was one of the older ones. And you knew that everything that you earned, it was to bring home to give to your mother and father. And you were lucky if you got half a crown back again to take you to the dance on a Friday night.
And you would have tucked your clothes in. We had big pressers and irons. So anything that you were going to wear that night, you had it already pressed.
Derry was a port for the Navy. When the Navy came in, the Derry men didn't like that, because the Navy men come in and took over. And they would have danced all the girls, and the Derry men didn't like it. They took umbrage at that.
By the 70s, fashion took on a multitude of different styles and influences. Shirts were tight-fitting with big collars and were brightly patterned. As the fashions changed, so did its industries, and factory jobs began to decline. Derry had to rethink its place in the world. Today, Derry has come full circle, from producing the garments of the past to designing the fashion of the future. The North West Regional College has become a flagship hub for the emerging creative industries. The talent of Derry presented in this competition and showcased tonight is truly off the cuff.